I'm not even going to start off and say happy fall, y'all, because it's not me. Although fall is very nice because we get a break from the brutal sun rays, and Mother Nature has a time to reset itself with all our plants and trees. But I know people get excited about fall, which I do too, because I do enjoy the 70s temperatures more so than the 90s. But when I see fall, I just see when these leaves start falling, and then I just see an ocean in my yard, and it just becomes a little dismal to me. So it's all right. And as they say, this too shall pass. But it is another good time because we do celebrate birthdays this month in October, my sons and granddaughters. So I'm happy about that. And my name is Jamela. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Living the Lifestyle of the Thrift and Famous. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe to my channel, and welcome to the family. Now, I just can't help but take notice of the colors of the trees. It's almost like a little rainbow that Mother Nature creates. So I figure fall is also a good time to give yourself time just to be with yourself and enjoy any kind of moments that make you happy. I did go into a nursery and spend some time there looking at plants, but I have to admit the cost of plants are really getting outrageous. But that's another way that it's going to be a curtail for me. But I did come home with a couple of things because I gave in to my temptation. But anyway, it's all right. I didn't go too crazy, but these are the ones I came home with, and they're all new to me, so we'll see how that goes. And I also got lucky with my mother-in-law. I call her my mother-in-law. She gave me a planter a bowl that she wasn't going to use anymore. So I gladly took it. Isn't that cute? And listen, don't even pay attention to my nail colors because it is going away, and I'm not buying any nail polish remover. Yeah, that's just a no-go for me because I don't polish my nails on a regular basis. So anyway, and this coming home so dark is really, kind of strange. But anyway, I did manage to get the last cuttings of the blooms of my dahlias and took advantage of that to bring some nature inside. And of course the lamps go on around the house because I don't like the total darkness, but I like lamp lights. And so I decided to change out that plant that was on the mantle because it looked a little, like it needed some sun. So that was a good thing that I did get the planter and the new plant. And the dahlias added the right amount of color in my bathroom, which I'm going to share. And of course the plant in that new planter is perfect for my mantle. And for fall, I don't go all out with pumpkins and decorating with changing all the colors around. But it's just something that I prefer not to do because those are just small expenses to me that I don't know. It's just me. I'm more comfortable with just making small little changes that will show a difference in looks. And it really doesn't even have to say fall for me, or winter, or spring, or summer. But I changed the pillow in the living room. That was enough for me. And then in the dining room, of course, when I had the green candles. And then I found the vintage lucite ones before fall, actually. And I changed those out. And I like how they add a different look on the table, but yet, it looks a little warmer by the appearance and the style with the hydrangeas. And then, when I found that mirror at the yard sale, that made a big difference in the dining room. And you just don't know how I'm so thankful that I found that, and not to mention the price that the young lady wanted for it. It's still unbelievable to me. But yeah, those kind of changes do me just fine at my house. And it still says, like, it looks warmth and it looks kind of fallish. And one thing I do notice when I go into my dining room is I love how the chandelier just bounces so much light around the room. It just looks like colors floating in the air all over, and the reflections that I get, for some reason it's just calming to me, and I enjoy looking at that happen. I take in little moments like that. And now back to my bathroom update, which I'm happy to share. This wasn't a it wasn't a total like gut job or anything like that. It was just a refresh was what I was looking for, and I'm quite happy with the way it's turning out so far. I was in a strong dilemma with colors and fabrics for the windows, and so it was just driving me crazy. And all of a sudden, I even was going to repaint the walls again, and decided, nope, I'm going to work with what I have. I was given the sink and the vanity sink. I was given that, and it came with a cabinet, so that was wonderful. And then my flooring was left over from my kitchen, so I wasn't trying to spend a lot of money in here, and I just wanted to have a nice fresh look and be able to use my shower like I wanted to. The light fixture was hung, and that was a brass chandelier, another one that I had stored away. So I basically shopped my home, and that's what I was determined to do. So the panels for the shower curtain, I already had those here. They were stored away. And this piece of artwork that I picked up at an estate sale, I used that. And the curtains at the window is just the drop cloth. I went and bought some of that one panel and cut it in half and made those curtains. And honestly speaking, I had so much stuff stored in this bathroom that I was not using, especially cosmetics and things like that. It's just a waste. I saw how much money I wasted on a lot of that, which is why I'm not buying nail polish remover, because I don't polish my nails. But anyway, I'm glad I am tackling this project once and for all and didn't go into debt over it. Overall, it doesn't take much to satisfy me, honestly speaking. So hopefully I'll have an update when the cabinet and the wall sconce is hung, and then this bathroom is pretty much finished. I'll just call it my vintage, warm vintage style bathroom. But anyway, and I also picked up this little tin here that I collect these things, these kind of tins, hand painted tins, for whatever reason. I just like the way they look. And that was only $1, and I was so thrilled because I had one before, and that one is a little tattered, but I do use this to store my oils, my essential oils, when I'm using my diffusers. So I was kind of happy that I found its a cleaner version of it, because see the difference? They're the same tin, but one is more worn out than the other. And I really like these tins. I don't know why I collect them, but I do, and I use them for various storage things, for all kind of small stuff. But we all have our little quirks in collecting things. And before I wrap this up, I just wanted to share this little fortune that I read in a cookie that meant a lot. It says, don't pursue happiness, create it, because that's what it's all about, is creating a home that you love. And just remember, beauty is being home and loving it. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode. And if you like this, please drop me a comment. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you again. Take care.